Yeah.
What? We up?
Come.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. What's going on, Israel? Y'all can check out General Yohana tonight too. He out at the Philly school, so he gonna be teaching out there tonight. You know what I mean? Get it in a little bit. That's what's up. Look, we gonna hit it off tonight, man. Because every time I look at the goddamn TV, you got a black woman and a white man in some type of union with some type of child there.
On all commercials. You
understand? On all commercials. Every commercial that I goddamn look at is disgusting. It's really disgusting, man. And I'm gonna tell you why it's so disgusting. Because when you are a black woman having sex with someone of another race, a man, the seed comes from the man. Whatever that man is what that seed is. Especially when you're doing it with the oppressor, you giving birth to an adverse baby, man. You giving birth to an adverse baby, and I'm gonna tell you why. Give me that scripture.
Numbers chapter 1 verse 18.
No. How that scripture go? How that scripture go? I'm a little bit off tonight.
Give me a second, sir.
Yeah, I swear. Look that up for me. And it's the adverse spirits that's in that child, man. That child will grow up to destroy the black community. Look at Jesse Smollett. They just put new charges on him because he went and fake put a noose around his neck. You understand? And he's a nasty sexual deviant to begin with. He's nasty. And yes, give me that. And he's a sexual deviant, and he wanted attention or something for the show that he was on, and went and paid you guys to rough him up and put a noose around his neck. Went down to the police department and made a false claim.
A couple of them.
You know what I'm saying? And people view him as being a black man. He's not a black man. You understand? He has a white father. He's not a black man. But he looks like us.
18-4.
And people identify him with being a black man. And he used that image, that color to make a false report, to stir up empathy and attention, thinking it was going to propel his career. You understand? These are the reasons why we should never marry these people or enter into any type of contract or intimate relationship at all with these people, because it divides black people. Number one, because remember, these children are not black. They're growing up identifying themselves or people them as being black, and they are not. And they have the spirit of an oppressor. They have the spirit of the oppressor. They have this adverse spirit, man. And what they'd do, they'd come into the black community and cause all kinds of chaos, just like Jesse Smollett, a complete sexual deviant, a liar, and he put an entire community in jeopardy, but with his lies. You find that for me?
Sure.
Potter, Clay.
I think you're talking about Jeremiah 18 and
Let me hear it.
Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 4. And the vessel that he made of clay was married. Marred. No, that's not it. Maybe verse 6. O house of Israel, cannot I do with you?
No.
That's not it.
Is it you say, oh, house of Israel?
Yeah. Salaki, sir.
You said,
I don't know, I should have it. Forget, I'll find it. Just give me Deuteronomy 7 and 3. Kick it off from there. But I give.
so and
Yes.
oh shit.
That's it.
Hold up.
That's the one I want.
Stop. Hold up. Wait a minute. Shit, he walked away.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You don't have no sweat. Just give me Deuteronomy 7 and 3. And we go ahead and kick it off.
I know it, but I can't. I gotta remember.
Don't worry about it. Just give me 7 and 3 in Deuteronomy. I will find it later. No big deal. And look.
Good vessel and a bad vessel. Oh, that's the one he wants. Okay. See if you can find that one. I'm gonna do.
Look, the Lord wants us to be separate from these people, and it's a good reason why. The reason why he needs us to be separate is because every time we join with these people in any capacity, whether it's personal relationships, whether it's in a nation, they exploit us. They take advantage of our talents, of the God-given swag that the Lord gave us, and they benefit off of stealing the type of talent that we have. The rock, the blues, rap, these were all musical artistries that were pioneered by Black people. Well, who benefits from it? White people benefit from it because we joined their nation. They have the entertainment companies, the distribution industries, and the manufacturing and warehousing. They have all of that. So whenever we have talent and we need to distribute in any of our gifts, man, any of our artistry, we have to go to them for distribution and manufacturing and the warehousing and all of that, man. We have to go to them for that. And they use it and take most of what we have generated in the field. You know, he's not talking about lions and tigers and bears. It's not, you know what I'm saying? He's talking about these people feeding off of us, massacring us, destroying us. You got that? 7 and 3?
Come, sir.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shall thou make marriages with them.
This is what the Lord is saying. He's saying don't make marriages with them. Don't make any kind of a marriage is a contract. Don't make a contract with them. You see how we is in this country right now, man. Black men don't even have no damn nuts, man. Like we, as Black people, we worry about what the hell white people think. Don't do that. White people gonna think you a thug. They gonna think that's why don't nobody like Black people. Because y'all act like that. So consumed and concerned about what this nation of people think. when this nation of people is going to destroy and murder us regardless of how we act. Whether you have on a suit, whether your pants is sagging, whatever the hell it is, they're going to murder us. They don't murder you. They don't destroy you because you act in a certain way or do certain things. Look, the oppressors don't even have the moral currency to talk about black folks. They want to talk about black women stripping on the pole. Stop white women from sleeping with farm animals. Do that before you talk about what stripper pole black women are.
Right.
You understand? Stop your children from going up in malls and going up in schools and murdering every goddamn body that they see. Stop them from doing that. Stop them from setting off bombs in churches and burning crosses and terrorizing people. Stop that. Stop going from continent to continent, country to country, robbing, raping, and murdering. Stop yourselves from doing that before you talk about black folks. And why the hell would we worry about anything that they would say about us? We should be completely unconcerned with what they say about us because their actions have shown for the past century. So when they have some moral currency and can stop their people from the terrorism, the global extortion, terrorism, and murder, then you can talk about black people killing black people. And that's such a dumb thing. Like, they'll murder one. The white man is the #1 rapist of white women. 90% of rape cases against white women, white men are, excuse me, it's more than that. I think it's more like 96%. If I read the federal statistics maybe a year ago. I think it was 90-something%. But this is the thing. So because white men rape white women so much, is it okay for a black man to rape a white woman and then say, y'all rape white women all the time? Like, that's just an idiotic thing to say. Especially when white people murder white people to the tune of 86%. Why would we ever care about anything that they would ever say about black folks, especially when they had a hand in it? Nah, we shouldn't. Read on.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
Say, don't give your daughters to their sons. Why? Because that white man is the seed. When he sleeps with that black woman, they birth a white child, and it has adverse spirits in it. You understand? One of good, one of absolute evil, man. One perverse, one straight. See, we make the decisions to sin. We make the decision. And when we sin, they always benefit. Believe me, look. Tiger Woods married the oppressor, the babysitter, right? She took half his fortune. She was a babysitter. Now she's a half a billionaire. She got $500 million because she married Tiger Woods for a short while, took all of his money. That sin that he did in sleeping with her cost him. There's 5 black billionaires in America. He was the 6th. He's now a millionaire. And it's probably going to cost him his damn career. And it's going to cost him more because he ain't learned this damn lesson yet. Do not give your daughters to their sons. because you are going to destroy your lineage. Your genetics from that point on is going to be an oppressor. That's what you're going to raise in your household. Someone with an adverse spirit that hates your people. He's going to hate your people, and because he's light-skinned, he's going to get away with a lot of it. The molesting, raping, whatever it is, tearing black people apart, sexual deviancy, all of that go on because we sin. And all of that happens to us, man, because we continue to sin, and we want to be a part of something that the Lord told us not to be a part of. The only chance we ever had in America was in segregation. When we were building things and our labor benefited us. We were building cities. We were collecting the revenue from it. We were doing business with one another, and we were moving up. We even started doing business internationally until we integrated. We integrated, the Lord completely destroyed us. He allowed this devil to infiltrate us in a way that never could have happened during segregation. He never could have put so much dope in your community during segregation. Couldn't have did it. Because we wouldn't allow it. We would have exposed it. But now he can shove it all in our neighborhoods, tell whatever narrative he wants to tell, and have us completely destroyed. You understand? You can tell us a difference, because as soon as white folks start taking them pills, boy, it was a national emergency. Black folks been on crack, dope, and everything for the past 60 years.
Right.
It was never a national emergency, ever.
Right.
You couldn't even get a bed. You couldn't even get help. Couldn't even get a detox place to go detox yourself, straighten your life out.
Good night.
You understand? But instead of a jail cell, the oppressor gets a warm bed in a clinic or a detox facility or hospital. We had to go straight to prison. Didn't matter what ailment we had. Right. If you was a drug addict, you was a filthy junkie. You're nothing. They was allowed to treat you any kind of way they wanted to treat you. It didn't matter. They could put you in anywhere without medication, let people beat you up, anything, man. Do anything to you. But now they're opiate users. They need help. You know, they have to have help. We have to help them. It's an obvious difference, man, but we fail to see it every time, man. We fail. Real.
Salaki, sir. They blocked us on Facebook.
Who blocked us?
It just dropped off.
If they didn't block us, just go back on.
I tried 3 times.
Something about the publish.
Something about the publish.
Something about the publish.
It just dropped. Said publishing, not.
Okay, no sweat. I be so. We still on what? YouTube?
We're still on YouTube.
Okay, no sweat. No sweat. We just rock it from YouTube. The account is good. Because I'm in it now. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back.
Okay.
Go back over here real quick.
Salak, yes, sir. Would that be Ecclesiasticus 33 and 13?
For what?
The first scripture you was asking for.
What? Ecclesiastes? I don't think it was in a Well, go ahead and read it.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 33, verse 13. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it.
No.
All right, how about the wisdom of Solomon, 15 and 7?
Definitely not. Don't worry about that. I don't think it ever was.
Oh, here, go right here. Romans 9:21.
That sounds.
Romans 9:21. Hath not the potter power over the clay?
That's it. Have not the potter the power over the clay. The Lord has the power to do what the hell he wants. This is what people don't understand. Your knowledge doesn't mean nothing. Your understanding doesn't mean anything. Whatever wisdom you think you have does not mean anything. The Lord sees everything. His wisdom is far beyond yours. That's why we worry about what the Lord said, not what nobody else said. The Lord says he has the power over the clay. Because he's the potter. What does the potter do? Shape the clay. He builds, he molds, he creates. He's shaping the clay. So he makes it in any fashion that he wants to make it. Right. You understand? Your Lord knowledge don't mean nothing. Your understanding is nothing. If you think, no, the Lord loves everybody. He made everybody the same. This is not true. Read from the top.
Romans chapter 9, verse 21. Hath not the potter power over the clay? Of the same lump to make one vessel unto an honor.
So, of the same lump. So the Lord got one lump of clay. He got Adam. You understand? We could take it pretty much to anywhere in the Bible. You can say Adam. He got Adam. He made Adam one way. All right. Read that again.
Hath not the potter power over the clay? Of the same lump.
Of the same lump.
To make
everybody come from Adam, right? Read on.
To make one vessel unto honor.
He made one vessel unto honor. One people, one nation unto honor. Everybody come from Adam. Every nation on the earth, right? But he made one unto honor. Read on.
And another unto dishonor.
And another unto dishonor. Now remember, this is the same lump. And you can take this to Jacob and Esau. The same lump. They come from the same mother, the same father. He made one twin of honor and one of dishonor. Didn't make everybody the same. He could have made everybody of one race, of one color. Could have did that. But he didn't. Because his knowledge, his wisdom is infinite. Things gonna play out like he wanted to play out. He made people of honor, one of dishonor. This is why you should never have a baby by your oppressor. Because what's happening is you're taking your honorable spirit, mixing it with his dishonor. And you're going to have something that's going to destroy your people. That's why you shouldn't do that, man. And the Lord is clearly telling us to be divided, segregated from these people. And the reason why he needs that to happen is because whenever you join a nation, especially when you're joining underneath a nation, you study Christianity. You study Islam. Like Christianity is the dominant religion in America. The mafia are Christians. They're devout Christians. They actually, what are they? Catholic, I believe. Catholic. The Italian mafia, they're Catholic. All of them, they do the cross and all of this nonsense. They get baptized and then they go right out and murder somebody. That's what they do. That's the real Christianity. The Ku Klux Klan, when they're burning that cross and murdering and rampaging and pillaging, that's a real Christian. You're playing at it. They gave you the slave role of Christianity. All right? The white man is the real Christian. He's a real Christian. All of it. Donald Trump is a devout Christian.
Right.
That's what a Christian is. Look, and the Lord is so knowledgeable. And I'm saying we never want to do what the Lord tells us to do. He's telling us to be separate from these people for a reason. Because he made a clay of honor and one of dishonor. The only way we gonna be righteous and be right and be fixed, it ain't gonna be underneath a nation of dishonor. And why do I say under a nation of dishonor? How is this land gotten? How is this nation maintained? And who does this empire cater to? Look, every city in America, you're going to find a bloody slaughter. Every one, every town, every province. Look, the highways that you roll on, they put highways through black communities, man. You know, sometimes you see highways and freeways that snake, they go this way, then kind of go this way. It's like, why didn't they just make it straight line that way? It's because they took those highways through black communities and demolished them. And that's why they sometimes snake off and then come back. Through blood, the towns that they burned and demolished, the children that they murdered, nothing good can come out of that. And nothing good can come out of joining that. That's why the Lord says don't join them. But we disobey the Lord. So much so that we have personal relationship. Not only do we join them as a nation, we prefer them. We'll prefer their women. I don't know why. I don't know. I cannot say why. I do. A black woman, the lips, the hips, custom made.
How about that?
For you, brother. Even that attitude.
How about that?
Even that attitude, man. Custom made for you to tame.
Loving it.
Because you're a lion. You understand? For
Right.
you to teach her.
Right.
For you to mold her. She was custom made for you. She'll go off if you don't, man. You don't teach her, you don't mold her, she'll go off, bro. She'll go off. Teach your son to be a homosexual. Teach your daughter to be a man. That's why she was built for you to tame. She's a lioness.
Right.
You got to tame her. See, look. They go, the black women will go and get a white man, and he takes care of his finances. It's not out of love. It's never out of any love, but out of infatuation. I want to be with this because I hate this. Where did you get that hatred from? That same man you sleeping with. He destroyed your people, made you hate your own, and made you desire him. And he doesn't desire you. A white man can never see you how a black man sees you. He sees that rump you got back there, that kadunk, and says she fat. He don't see what we see. You understand? He don't see that. He'll look at a Serena Williams and say, "It's not sexy."
Yeah.
She's dark. She's dark. She got a big booty. She's not sexy, but she's rich. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it this time. Go ahead.
Salaki said he was calling her a monkey at first.
Yeah, calling her a monkey. Calling her a monkey, man. It's like they all do. But you think that's better than being with your black man.
Yeah, how about that?
When the Lord is telling you not to. Go back to Deuteronomy 7:3. Let's get that.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shall thou make marriages with them.
Don't make marriages with them. Don't enter into contracts with them. You understand? Now, look, if you got to do business and on a business relationship where both parties benefit, then of course, that's how the Lord made the world. He gave every nation land and resources for you to trade, for you to wheel and deal and do what you got to do. See, we saucy. You know what I'm saying? We'll make something out of nothing. Right. How you think we surviving in this place? You understand? That's why they'll never have a free economy where it doesn't matter of your race. That's never going to happen. And the Lord knows it's never going to happen. You know it's never going to happen. It's a Babylonian concept. The Lord destroyed a long time ago, which is why he calls America spiritually Babylon. It's all races coming together. It's never equal. It's never equality. It's always a race that's dominant. And then there's the people that's on the bottom. And we're always on the bottom. Every time we enter into a nation, it's like Negroes always talking about the Moorish Empire, the Moorish Empire. Muslims ran the Moorish Empire.
Right.
Moroccans, Africans got all the glory in the Moorish Empire.
Right.
Some of us had some prominence there. It was Israelites in the Moorish Empire. But most of us were on the bottom. That's why the Lord is saying, don't join them, don't enter into contracts with them. Go ahead.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
Don't give your daughter to his son, because you're giving away your family lineage, man. You're giving your family lineage to a Cro-Magnon Neanderthal that's going to destroy you and going to destroy your family. Let me see. Try to go live again on Facebook, because it's already. I don't know what happened. I think the connection is a little bit shaky, but it's not. They haven't banned us or anything like that. I kept this pretty light. We ain't got no strikes on that joint. I kept it pretty light.
Error creating a live video.
Keep saying error creating live video. Oh, okay.
When you hit the camera, that's what comes up.
No sweat. But it seemed like we cool on YouTube.
No, we good on YouTube.
Let me see something real quick. All right. Go ahead and read that Deuteronomy.
Start from the top, sir?
Yeah, you can.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son. Nor his daughter shalt thou give unto thy son.
Right. You don't have your son. You tell your son, you bring that home, you gonna get the hell out of my house and go live in that trailer with us. That's what I would tell my son, right, because I love him, right, and I want him to serve God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If If you're going to serve the devil, then go do it out there. Go ahead out there and serve. Go, you know what I'm saying? I can't make the choice for you. You got to make the choice, but you ain't bringing it in my house. You ain't going to do that. Look, we got to get real and serious about things, man.
Right.
I'm not going to let you bring something up in here that's going to destroy you and possibly me.
Right.
She go down to the police station and say, they touched me, they hit me, any damn thing, man. She says, you kidding me? Do you know why Rossville burnt down? Do you know why Black Wall Street was burnt down? Over the honor of a white woman. All of them. That's what it was about. Over the honor of a white woman. Because this is what we don't understand. We haven't understood this for a while. We've been living in slavery so much. A nation that cannot protect its women is not a nation. You got to be able to protect and guide your women. Why do you think all those white women turned around and voted for Donald Trump? Because they understand that they got to have a man over them that's going to keep them Negroes in check, that's going to keep China in check, and keep everybody in check and keep them safe. Look, the health of a nation can be directly measured by how safe the women feel. Black women aren't safe. Black women are not safe. All right. You can gauge the health of a nation by the safety of the women. And this is what black women don't understand too. That black man is the only one that can save you and bring you peace. That oppressor is not going to say, you are in further danger marrying one of them. You're putting not only yourself in danger, but your family in danger. The only way we can get out of this is together. That's it. But our women have become agents to Christianity and white supremacy and allowing themselves and their mind to be taken and bamboozled, just like Eve in the garden, and destroying black men. You're destroying your health. You're destroying your peace, your safety. You're destroying it by destroying black men. What do you think is going to happen to your son, that black son? He's going to be killed by a police officer. He's going to be destroyed. Like some of these black women, like Gayle King hates black men. She despises black men. Her and Oprah despise black men with a unresounding hatred, brother. Let me tell you. Especially when you got friends that were accused of sex trafficking on a global scale. But you sit there and talk about one charge that Kobe had. Look, I'm not a fan of none of them, man. I don't think we should look at any of them, Kobe, Shaq, any of them as being leaders or looking up to. They can play basketball, I got you. They can play football, Jordan, all them, I got you. But they are not leaders. They are not someone to be looked up to. They are not mentors.
Right.
They are none of that. They are entertainers. And whenever we put entertainers as being somehow leaders or the moral conduit of black people, we lose, brother. But that goddamn Gayle King, I see you, I got you. That goddamn Gayle King, brother, and that Oprah, they are nuclear bombs to the black community. They are destructive. And they hate black men. It's resounding and it's evident. Anytime you have a personal relationship with a Harvey Weinstein who has international sex rings, who have raped women on an international scale, but you worrying about a charge from years ago that Kobe had and never had any incidents before or after that? Charges were dropped. That sounds kind of fishy to me.
Right.
But you never say nothing about the Weinsteins? That's absolute hatred. What you had, Priest?
That's super heavy what you're talking about, because not only is this Harvey Weinstein, it's back in the day you got Hugh Hefner. I mean, he took naked pictures of Brooke Shields.
Yeah. Who's that other dirty cat that killed himself?
Epstein.
Epstein.
He had a sex ring and a private. He was being investigated
by island. Didn't he have an island? He had an island
dedicated to young women,
to molesting young girls. He had an island that he purchased, dedicated to molesting young women. But Oprah's so much about women that you go through the black community and charge every black man you can. But this cat who got an entire nasty, disgusting island of sexual deviancy, you can't make a comment. You a hateful piece of garbage, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
And one more thing about that woman that Kobe had, when they did the investigation, she had 5 different semens in her drawers. That's why she dropped the charge. She dropped it. She had 5 different semens in the drawers. Once they scraped her, she had 5 different other semens.
That's why we can't deal with these inhuman people. 5 different semens. You still had that rolling around in you when Kobe was up in you.
And she dropped it.
She had to drop it and just pushed up on him to get a settlement of some money, just to let it go. You know what I'm saying? This man wasn't even found guilty of nothing. Nothing. Man, it's really incredible. And they have become agents of Satan, man.
Right.
Agents of the devil.
Right.
To destroy black. You're the richest black woman in America, and the only thing you can think to do is destroy black men. Was that the deal for getting the station?
I think so.
That was the deal. The deal was you got to destroy, you got to bring down and destroy black men. That's the deal.
That's what it looked like.
That's why we cannot join these people. We had a Negro League, we had football, basketball, all of that in the black community. All we had to do was keep them leagues. Who you think white folks would have came to see? You think they gonna watch white folks play basketball? They gonna see black people dunking from half the court, Michael Jordan jumping over people's heads and dunking. They gonna come to the Negro Stadium. They gonna come to the Negro Stadium and spend their money there. They ain't going, watch Larry Bird shoot a jump shot. You know what I'm saying? They gonna come up and deal with Michael Jordan. That's why we should have never joined them under those circumstances. We always wanted to be a part of their major leagues. When we had our own major leagues, they would have eventually came to see us. when they saw the incredible things that black people can do with athletics and music.
Right.
They listen to our music more than theirs.
That's right.
They copy our music, plagiarize our artistry. Where do you think hard rock came from? Heavy metal. Them plagiarizing rock and roll. And making it into something I don't know what the hell. Kill your mother, rape your sister. I don't know what they made up. But all of the music, the bass tones, you understand, the style, the rhythm, it all comes from black people. All comes from black people. You know, African people can't even rap. How are you saying people? They got this cat in the Sudan with a rap. I said, man.
I seen
man, these people can't be our people. and then I see Hispanics rapping in Spanish. It be hitting.
Right.
It be, oh, what? They be hitting that Spanish, man. They be hitting that Spanish rap, man. That's almost, man, shit. Come on, man. I ain't gonna listen to no damn Eminem. But I'm gonna listen to them Spanish rappers, man. Man, they be hitting that bass line, man. Taking them hooks, man. Damn. And the dance, man. That's your people. You want a red bone with some straight hair? Get you one of them Guatemalans.
Good night.
She be lucky to have you, brother. Look. She can get some papers out you, you know what I'm saying, about you. She'll love to have you, bro. She'll love to have you. Help her out. Help out a Hispanic today, brother. Lay it down and look. They got them backsides just like the Judites.
How about that?
Just those Judites, they just show it off. They just pop it out there. Poof. Like it's insane. But you under them dresses, them long dresses, look, I'm trying to tell you. She a Guatemalan, brother. A Guatemalan, a Puerto Rican's good. Well, them Puerto Ricans, boy, they working with something back there, brother.
That's our people.
And you don't think they our people? Them lips.
Right.
You want something light skinned? Go ahead with that. Make a move. You know what I'm saying? Make a move on that. But don't go outside your nation of people, because remember the scripture we just read. Their spirit is adverse, perverse to yours. It's not a good union, man. It's not. It ends up destructive.
Right.
That's why a lot of our families be broken up and destroyed and fractured and unrepairable, because we didn't bring heathens into the mix, and it didn't destroy every goddamn thing. All right? Read on where we at.
We finished that.
Deuteronomy
7 and 3, we finished that.
Wait a minute, 7 and 3. Go ahead to 4.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 4. For they will turn away thy sons from following me.
You know, it turns and twists a black man's mind to start to think like the oppressor. Like, the oppressor is completely different from us. The spirit is different. You understand? Like white women, they got this white girl cry. Like, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. It's like, it's stressful. I'm talking from personal experience. Back in the day, look, I'm trying to tell you, the spirits are completely perverse and different. Look, it's something you got to deal with them that you know ain't right. And you gotta please them on a level that you don't have to with black women, because black women in a lot of cases are strong enough to carry you when you down, right, when you lose out. Right. They're strong enough to carry you and pick you up mentally.
Right.
This white woman has no strength, man.
Right.
It's hard for me to explain, man. But the Lord is so right in saying not to deal with them in this way, brother. He's so right for doing that, because it turns that black kid away from following the Lord. And the reason why is that you start acting like them. That's the biggest problem in America right now, is us acting like them. If you go back to segregation, we were not gangsters. Being a gangster was the most disgusting thing you could be. Like, that was white folks' business. That was their business. Dealing in that level of wickedness and sin and murder and having that much fortitude in the sin that you in, sharpening your sword with sin, murdering and drug dealing, all of that was white folks' business. Like, we never dealt in that. If you go back and look at some of the films of segregation, just look at the streets and the people in the streets and how respectful the men were to the women and everybody else around. It was certain things you didn't do. You weren't going to be a man walking down the street with breasts and fake hair and fake eyelashes talking about you a woman. That wasn't going to happen in our community. The sexual deviancy, the perversion. Like, these people, that perversion has been in their community all the damn time. They make words for their sexual deviancy, like bestiality and necrophilia. Necrophilia is having sex with dead bodies. Why would you do such a thing?
Right.
What will compel you? What is sexy about a dead woman? That's the perversion of the spirit. That's why we can't join in any type of fundamental way with them. We can't. Bestiality, necrophilia. Wow. But this is their business.
Right.
But if we don't stop, soon we'll be doing that.
Right.
We'll be having sex with dogs, having sex with sheep, having sex with monkeys and chickens and every goddamn thing else there is. Already dealing in the pedophilia. It's disgusting. To have sex with a child. I mean, that is worthy of death. But that's what they condone in their community. We have to be separate from that.
Right.
And if you look at the respect that black people have for each other during segregation and the way we survived and dealt with the onslaught of terrorism, you will be amazed. But we allowed desegregation. We even wanted it. We wanted it. We didn't sometimes you don't realize what you have until it's gone. You didn't realize we had the best basketball and football teams until they were gone to white folks. Now white folks benefit. You think black people making some money because you got a few black millionaires? Those owners are making billions. They live like emperors in the earth. You understand? And they use us and exploit us like they use Jay-Z. But he wants to be a billionaire. He wants funding, so he'll do it. He'll derail a movement of justice. He'll derail that in order to get funding and more prestige from white people, but that never helps us. Jay-Z being a millionaire does not help black people. It doesn't. Him being a millionaire, a billionaire, only benefits him, does not benefit us. All right. Let me see here. All right, that's what's up. Like it's still going on. YouTube, go ahead and read out.
That they may serve other gods.
They serve other gods, man. That's why we become Christians. We can't never find the true teachings of God. You understand? We'll become Christians because I got this white woman at home. So I gotta say God is going to save everybody. I gotta say everybody, God loves everybody. Because I love her, surely God does. That's why she'll take you from finding the true God, that black God, that wants to bless black people to be the kings of the earth. But you can't be a king of the earth. You want to be a subordinate so that you can continue to have sex with this, whatever it is. Read on.
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you.
The anger of the Lord be kindled against you. Meaning the anger of the Lord gets hot when you do these things. When you marry these women you ain't supposed to marry, his anger gets hot. So hot, in fact, that he once destroyed the entire earth with water. Because the children of God wouldn't stop sleeping with the children of men. And the babies that they had became giants in the earth. Meaning what? Not 11, 12-foot people. They became powerful.
Recognized.
Recognized, famous, powerful people in the earth. All right, read on.
And destroy thee suddenly.
Destroy thee suddenly. Not lengthily, but suddenly. Destroy you in many ways. And that's what the hell has happened. We sitting up here destroyed. Man, Baltimore, goddamn. Baltimore is so screwed up, man. And they even make the problem seem worse than it is. They want so bad to criminalize and brutalize squeegee boys that every little incident that'll happen with a squeegee boy is national news. Because they really want to come up with a crime plan to lock up them kids. It was a squeegee boy incident, I think yesterday or the day before. The police had to lock up the squeegee boy, and he fought back against them. Come to find out, this squeegee boy, he was 19 years old. So he was a man, but he had mental health issues. He had to go out there and squeegee to get him a place to live. He needed a place to live, bro. He had mental health issues. He couldn't get a job. And his mother was like, I wanted to stop him from going out there. It's not good. It's not safe. But he's 19 years old. He's not taking his medication. You know, and a lot of times I can't afford his medication. He needs a place to live. So he out there squeegeeing. They took all of our businesses, meaning our ability to help our children in the community. We can't help the children in the community. We can't offer them jobs. So they have to go to the government, the city, and beg for jobs. They have to go to the Chinese, the Arabs, and they're not going to give them jobs. They want them locked up. They consider them a public nuisance and want them locked up. If you're growing up in a community that cannot help you, you should be mad as hell. You should be angry. The community in which these young black men are growing up in cannot help them, because we have allowed them to take all the big. We are 62% of the population. I mean, most of the people in Baltimore are black, yet we own none of the businesses. And we only have 50% employment, meaning ain't no goddamn body hiring us.
Right.
Meaning we have to have more education and more of a skill set to get the same job that a white man with less skill set and less education would get and make less money than he do. I was reading the federal statistics that said for every dollar a white man makes in Baltimore, you make something like 52 cents. So you're making 52 cents on the dollar. You understand? In a community where you don't own and run none of the businesses, but you're 62% of the population and you only have half unemployment, that's an unsustainable community, and they know it's unsustainable. It's right on the brink of collapse and chaos. 50% people that don't even have a goddamn income besides crime. Got to prey off the 50% who do have an income. That's an unsustainable community, and they know it. And they've used the same formula in every city across America. I wonder why it's not more crime. These are unfair business practices that make our people not only weak, but desperate. Desperate people would do anything. I wonder why it's not more murder. Why the hell wouldn't it be crime? Tell you something, Israel. I'm gonna close the class down. All of this nonsense, all the crime that's going on in Baltimore, all the problems that black people are having in Baltimore were designed. This is a formula that they learned back in the 30s and 20s when you had the Irish and the Italians who weren't a part of white Anglo society. And those Italians and those Irishmen were murdering each other on a ridiculous scale. I mean, they had murders that they would name, like the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. They was murdering so goddamn much. They had Tommy guns. They would shoot up the restaurants and everything. They were dealing in so much gang crime, man. Then they brought the Irish and Italian in to the Anglo-Saxon nation that was on top. And they gave the goddamn Italians the police stations, and they gave the Irish the fire departments all across America. for them to have a place to work, to make money, to maintain in an industry that they could survive in. All across America, in every city, the Italians run the police departments. The Italians are in charge of the police unions. How does that happen? How does one particular race, not only one particular race, but one particular culture of Irishmen, Italians, run police stations all over America? How the hell does that happen? And the Irish that run all the fire departments, the Chinese that run all the corner stores and the hair stores, the Arabs that run all the gas stations, because they were given a particular department of business for them to thrive and make money in America. Black people were given crack, drugs, to be destroyed and to die. Like, you gotta pick up on the formula. Let me get so now that black folks have been given crack in order to sustain, all right? Now that all of our businesses have been taken, we joined in America, all right? We joined the mainstream thinking that we're gonna get fair pay, we're gonna be able to open businesses like everybody else. That's not what happened. In our neighborhoods, we became unable to own the businesses to employ our own people. Just think about it for a minute. The Chinese, they own all the stores in their community. They make money from their labor. They make money from their people. And then they also own all the stores in our community, which makes them very rich. It makes their community very lucrative because they're bringing in not only the money, utilizing and transferring the money from in their community and the resources, but the resources from another people outside of their community. It makes them powerful and rich. We, on the other hand, we don't have businesses in Chinese communities. All right? That is unfair business practices. That was frozen. Oh, okay. That is unfair business practices. Meaning, if I can't have businesses in your community and make money and build resources in your community, why the hell should you have businesses and resources in mine? I appreciate it. That's unfair, it's not right, it's racist. And not only that, it keeps black people in generational poverty and in generational crime. Because the only thing that's left to do now is enter crime. And this is the same business model they've used in every city all over America. We got to wake up to it. Right. And we got to stop acting like white people. What if we had 62% of the populace in Baltimore stop buying from Chinese businesses? What happens to those Chinese businesses?
Out of business.
They go out of business. Because you can't have a business that 62% of the populace of the city will not buy from you. you will have a hell of a hard time trying to keep up those businesses. And black people buy every goddamn thing. These people living good. They are living wonderfully off of black people, man. But they hate your children.
Right.
They don't want your children to come up to them and ask them for $1 for a squeegee. But they making money from you all day. But they don't want you to be bothered by your little black children. They don't want to be bothered by that. Then they don't want to be bothered with our money. Damn, if we could think, man. But our people don't consider nothing. Let's get the rest of that. We're going to shut it down in a second. We're going to shut it down a little early. Commanding General Yohana is teaching out there in Philly. I know he's blazing it up. You know what I mean? All right. I think we like at 4 or 5. Deuteronomy 3,
74.
7, like 4 or 5. Go ahead.
That they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
Be heated up against you. Destroy you suddenly because you're doing such a disgusting thing in his sight. And that disgusting thing is joining the people that destroy you and hate you. That's why the Lord calls us a peculiar people. Like the people we turn to for help are the exact people who exploit us, marginalize us, gentrify us, put us on dope, mass incarcerate us, murder us, genocide us, abort our babies. They created the abortion clinics, the propaganda surrounding abortion clinics. They got a black, look, what is the abortion clinic movement called?
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood. They got a black Planned Parenthood. Why do you have a black Planned Parenthood? You don't have a white Planned Parenthood. You don't have a Chinese Planned Parenthood, Korean Planned Parenthood. You have a black Planned Parenthood. A direct agenda to get black women to abort their babies. God damn. And you even name it Black Planned Parenthood, where they target specifically black women. They put out a tweet and said that it's safer for black women to have an abortion than to go full term with a baby. Because some black women don't survive childbirth. And we can't see that they're targeting us for this type of behavior. I think we're somewhere at 37,000 black babies already this year aborted. Brother, that's genocide. That is genocide. They have a propaganda machine going day and night for black women to look at their black babies as inanimate objects, something to be put down, a nuisance, something that gets in the way of their life. It is insane. But we join this nation that murders us, that tells us to murder our babies. Oh, man. We're going to go ahead and shut it down a little early. Anybody got any questions? Ask your questions. You know what I'm saying? Just put a question in the chat. I'll answer the question. Right now, Commanding General Yohana 51st annual Passover. Send your money into Commanding General Yohana, man. He got an entire stadium for us to get down, man. Entire stadium he got. He has ordered all of Israel to come back. His order. All of Israel always talking about Isupkbmore don't want to unite with their Commanding General Yohana, who is the only legitimate appointed leader of the nation of Israel, has given a direct command for all of the nation to come together to come to the Passover.
Right.
Go to the Passover and give a tribute to Commanding General Yohana, man, for being merciful, for being a good leader, for being a passionate and empathetic man, for leading and doing what he's supposed to do, not stealing and going to jail and being a criminal and leading people astray. Congratulate him for being the man that he is in this nation, and come to this Passover. Send your funds in to Commanding General Yohana. He was appointed the leader over Israel. He didn't appoint himself. He didn't give him a title like bishop or comforter or this pastor, that cardinal, and the third. He took what they gave him and appointed him to be, and has never moved beyond that. When he could, that's a righteous man. All right, and with that, I'm gonna turn the class over to Precinct Officer Matham Shikari.
Not the zone.
Not the zone.
Salaki, I'm gonna turn the class over to Precinct Officer of 1,000, not the zone.
In the cabinet.
Security announcement. We are the Isupkbmore coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to show themselves for the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular brother or sister, interest in a particular person, and he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapters 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, which means 10th in Hebrew, and it's pronounced Ma'ashura. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming holy events, we got a Feast of Purim coming up in a couple of weeks. About a week. And we got the Passover coming up, April 9th. Commanding General Yohana is telling all camps to come together to come to the Passover. Check Isupkbmore schools for further details. Reminding the Akim and Akwathian to check in social media such as Isupkbmore.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for Isupkbmore events and material. If a brother wants to become a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf. And with that,
We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher.
How about you now? How about you now?
Class dismissed.